Good morning and welcome to Lake Central High School, home of the Indians, for the girls' holiday tournament. At this time, please kindly stand, gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year. Back bringing you coverage of girls basketball here on the Lake Central YouTube channel. My name is Ryan Alcantara alongside Jake Malatesnik. Jake, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, yes. It's a great day for some girls basketball against Lake Station, so hopefully the Lady Indians can play well in this tournament and come out with some good games and some good wins.
Right away, it looked like LC had almost won the tip-off, but Malarski could not hang on to it. Good to see Ali Malarski back on the floor. Had an injury right before winter break, but she's back on the court now, and hopefully she can make an impact on this Lady Indians team sitting at 5-8.
Yeah, it's good to get back one of their senior leaders in Malarski, so hopefully her impact will be seen today.
As it's Taylor Austin inbounding it for Lake Station. And she inbounds it all the way across, and it's a foul right there. That was number 24, Darren Toney, the freshman. And Coach Uppenthal, not even 15 seconds, or just 15 seconds in, already getting in the ref's ear. It's all in good fun.
He's passionate about the team. What can I say?
I will say that I saw them running a walkthrough here right before I came, and you know it wasn't a walkthrough to him. It was a serious practice, and you look for Lake Central to and right there some fans looking for a backcourt violation on Jen Tomasek. We go Jaksic now to Tomasic. Tomasic has really started to lead the way for this team, for the Indians on the offensive end. Tomasic, corner three, that is good. Jen Tomasic, 4-3, puts Lake Central up 3-1. And a steal there. Malarski gets it. Jaksic taking it up, getting it all the way to Jen Tomasic. Trying to find her footing. She couldn't get that one to go, and a foul called on Tomasic. And right there, you can't get into early foul trouble like that, especially on a play like that. Not a good play right there. We're over mid, and LC has the early lead. And they get it across the court. Morales just could not hang on to that and stays with Lake Station.
It seems like the Lady Indians are doing a good job at the beginning of the game getting in between the ball and the Lake Station players. So hopefully they can keep that up and continue to force some turnovers.
Yeah, you know Coach Uppenthal wants to make it difficult for this Lady Indians team to score. Or excuse me, Lake Station to score. Here we go, Blevins with the steal. 3-on-2 now for LC. Blevins had that one taken away from her. It goes to Austin of Lake Station, who gets it right inside, and that one no good. And this one's going to go back to Lake Central.
Foul called on number 20 of Lake Station. That's Bree Potes, a senior.
Jaksic, and she's trying to find Malarski inside. Looked like she was wide open for a bit, and that one's going to go back to Lake Station. LC couldn't take advantage right there. Tony now trying to get it up, and looked like Lake Central got a hand to it. Blevins gets it to Tiana Morales. Chance for the easy two. She hits it. 5-1 LC. Austin now Malarski with the steal. Morales chance for another two, and she is fouled. Morales on the inbound. I saw the Indians working on this on the inbounds a lot in their walkthrough. Jaksic three-pointer, no good. Blevins gets the board inside to Malarski, and that one is good right there. That's a great effort play right there by Blevins, able to keep it in, and it ends up in some points for LC. 7-1 lead now for Lake Central. And the first one is, her only free throw right there is good, as she got the M1. Here goes Caitlin Hogan going up against Tomasic. Tomasic, very good defender for this Lake Central team. You know, most of the time she's probably going to be guarding the best player on the other team. Three-pointer up, no good, and Huppenthal, I can tell, loving the effort on defense that Lake Central's giving. It's giving them opportunities on the other end.
Yeah, this nice little run to start off the game. They're on the 8-1 little run. Hopefully they can keep it going, keep up the high energy, and keep going quick and get some more points.
And Morales, and Jaksic able to keep that one from going over the line. Blevins to Tomasic. And you know, something that we've preached here is, you know, Lake Central really has not gotten off to the best of starts. We saw in the game against East Chicago that they did not get off to the best start. Against Crown Point, they didn't get off to the best start. Obviously, Crown Point's a whole different breed, but you still look for Lake Central to not start the game slow, to come out right away. And right here on their home court, they've done that well. And number 10, Taylor Austin, the junior, gets inside for that one. Morales to Tomasic. Tomasic drives inside, no good. Malarski gets the board, and she hits that one.
Yeah, now that the Lady Indians have jumped out to a little lead here in the first, hopefully we can see how they play keeping the lead.
Morales gets another turnover, and she's fouled on the way up. Morales, Jaksic, corner three. That one is good. Taylor Jaksic will take that look all day. She hits that one, and speaking of Taylor Jaksic, she just committed to IUN to play basketball there.
Yeah,
Congratulations
very
to her.
It's great to have another one of our seniors commit, and it'll be great to see her play and do big things at IUN, so congratulations to her.
Yeah, couldn't be more happier, especially for someone like her who's had some injuries. And
Yeah, she's gone through a lot, and she's always stuck with it, and she's gotten through an ACL tear and a whole lot more, and now she's still here, she's still playing, and she'll keep playing in college, so that's very impressive.
yep, once again going to IUN to continue her basketball career, and that's going to be a travel called on Tomasic. Here we goes Essence Johnson looking to check in now for LC. She'll check in for Tiana Morales. Essence right away. Looked like she almost had the steal, and that's going to be a foul called on her.
Looks like Abby Udzies checks into the game for Taylor Jaksic.
Jaksic just had that big corner three. Blevins with a steal. Blevins gets the basket, and Lake Central now with the 15-3 lead. What a start to this game. And, this is something that, we haven't really seen all year. Malarski with the steal. Lake Station playing very sloppy with the ball. Malarski goes inside, misses that one. And right there, you're up 15-3, but that's one you got to have right there. You have a chance now to put this team away early.
Yeah, I think she'd like that one back if she could have it.
But Tomasic now will come to the line. And Dolsky and Kylie Blevins are getting ready to check in. Tomasic misses the first one. Here we go. Kylie Blevins checks in for Malarski. And Malarski, great game she's had so far. Tomasic hits that one.
Yeah, Malarski's had a couple of key steals, and she's been great rebounding both offensively and defensively, and she's been putting up some boards, so she's been doing great. Hopefully the Lady Indians can keep playing this way and continue this style of play throughout the entire tournament.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Lake Station's coming into this game at 10-2, and then later on they have to play Mishawaka Marian. We'll have coverage of that one for you. Tip-off is at 2 o'clock. It's Essence Johnson getting the steal right there, getting up the floor to Utsi. Blevins inside. That one is good. Kylie Blevins off the bench right away, making an impact. Lake Station now has to take a timeout. Coach Huppenthal, I don't think I've ever seen him that excited.
He is excited.
What a start. You can't blame him. 18-3 lead.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen this kind of energy out of this Lady Indians team yet this season, but it's definitely great to see here today.
How can you not be hyped up for this? It's your home tournament, and yeah, you love to see the energy that they have right away. And going back to that, they'll play Mishawaka Marian later today, and then tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., we'll be back here. They play Whiteland. Back page, yep. And then they will have a fourth game, but just depends on how they do. And it looks like Whiteland's going to be their toughest matchup.
Yeah, that Whiteland team looks very young, just 2 seniors.
And I thought Lake Station would give Lake Central a good game, but so far it hasn't looked too good for them. They've been very sloppy. Lake Central has just forced them into bad turnovers.
Yeah, when you said
But you have to give credit to Lake Central.
Yeah, when you said we were playing a 10-2 team, I wouldn't have predicted an 18-3 lead for the Lady Indians, but it's great to see so far, and hopefully they can keep it up.
Here we go. It's Austin now, defended by Essence Johnson. And I'm sure something that Coach Rudy Chavez of Lake Station is pretty sure in the time right there. That's pretty sure in the timeout. You have to take care of the basketball. It starts with that. Lake Station's not going to be able to get anything going on offense if they keep turning the ball over. And a steal right there. Lake Station finally gets one of their own. I'm sure Coach Uppendahl here trying to just keep his team in check here. Here we go. It's Narot inbounding it. She gets it to Dolsky. Lake Central trying to push the ball up the floor here. Utsi goes inside. That one's good. Abby Utsi. And Lake Central obviously still playing aggressive, not taking their foot off the gas at all, even with a 20-5 lead. Here we go, corner three now for Lake Station. No good, and that's probably the best look they've had all day. You know, other than the ones they've scored, that's probably the best look they've had all day.
Yeah.
To get any points. And saying that with 2:14 to go in the first, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, Lake Central's done a great job keeping the ball out of the Lake Station's hands and limiting their opportunities to score. Right
Here we
there,
go,
Essence
Johnson
gets a steal, and she gets the bucket. Now 22-5, Lake Central over Lake Station with just under 2 minutes to go left in this first quarter.
Yeah, Essence Johnson for some reason isn't listed on our roster today, but she's still out there, the sophomore. And right there, foul called on Lake Station. 22-5 Lake Central lead. You could not ask for a better start. It's going to be Utsi inbounding it. In the backcourt, it's Essence Johnson. Stolsky finding Narot. Here we go, Utsi, corner three, short on that one. Here we go, three-pointer up, that one is good, that's number 11. Nasia Geis. Essence now kicks it out to Utsi. Looked like she was going to take a three. She drives inside. That one is good. Abby Utsi keeping it going on offense for the Lady Indians. As we're down to 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And she tries driving inside. No foul called there. A lot of contact on Taylor Austin, but it'll go back to Lake Central. Essence pushing up the floor. Blevins puts it up. No good. Utsi gets the board. Utsi another one, and that one is good. Abby Utsi now going on a run for LC. And now Lake Central's in the bonus.
Yeah, so the whole second quarter, Lake Central will be in the bonus. So any fouls called on Lake Station, they will be shooting. So that'll be a huge plus. Hopefully they can keep it up.
Let's see, chance for an and one, and she hits it. 27-8 lead, 12 seconds to go in the first. No matter what happens here, this is an impressive start
Yeah, if they keep playing at this rate, they'll be winning by, they'll score 100 at the end of the game.
Yeah, and I have to say, at least at home, this has probably been the most impressive I've seen this Lake Central team look.
I agree, yeah.
And a timeout called by Lake Station. Interesting, with 2 seconds. Gotta wonder what they have up their sleeve here in the first quarter. And with 2 seconds, Lake Central keeps the same starting five. Julia Naurut, Kylie Blevins, Abby Utzi, Madison Dolsky, and Essence Johnson. And I'm interested to see what Lake Station has planned here, calling a timeout with 2 seconds. Here we go, it's Bree Putz inbounding it, and see if they can even get something off here, and great defensive stop there by Lake Central after 1 quarter of play. Very impressive from the Indians. It's Lake Central 27, Lake Station 8. We'll be back after this short commercial break.
You're beginning to feel much better. Genesis Rehab.
With today's healthcare and the run-of-the-mill treatments being offered, Genesis Rehab provides a plan that is tailored to you. We administer individualized treatment in private rooms with the one-on-one care that you need to heal. If you are living with pain or have an injury, schedule your appointment today.
We'll make you feel much better. Genesis Rehab.
What's up, Lake Central? I'm Yusuf Namari.
And I'm Riley Nestrick, and we're your social media editors.
Make sure you follow Lake Central on all of our social media platforms.
You can follow us on Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Catch you later, Elsie.
And welcome back here to Lake Central High School after 1 quarter. Once again, very impressive start. Lake Central up by 19 points. And coming out for the second quarter, it's going to be Ali Malarski, Tiana Morales, Jen Tomasic, Taylor Jaksic, and Amanda Blevins. And it's all star for Lake Central on the defensive end. We saw 2 seconds, or when Lake Station called a timeout with 2 seconds. LC was not going to let them get any good shots right there, and another turnover for Lake Station.
Quick timeout already, just 10 seconds into the second quarter. Called by Lake Central.
Both these teams not afraid to use their timeouts right away.
Yeah, if Coach Huppenthal sees something out there that he doesn't like, he's not afraid to call his team in and get them together and get their plan together.
And you would think up 19, there's not really much to discuss, but got to keep your foot on the gas, finish this one off. And
Yeah, there's still 3 quarters to play, so they definitely got to keep it up, keep scoring some points on offense, and limit Lake Station's ability to keep their offense running.
Definitely, but we really haven't seen much from Lake Station to prove that they can come back in this game. Morales for 3, no good.
Blevins gets the rebound, and she loses it. Number 10, Taylor Austin, brings it across the court for Lake Station, and she shoots, and she is no good, and it is going back to Lake Central.
And it looked like there was some contact on the way up on Taylor Austin's jump shot, but nothing called. Blevins all the way across to Morales. Finds Malarski. That one is good. Ali Malarski. And Lake Central putting the pressure on him, trying to force another turnover. She drives inside, and a foul called on Lake Station.
A charge called against
I think it was against or called against number 10 Taylor Austin. Tomasic to Blevins to Morales. Morales to Malarski, and Lake Central now with a turnover. As number 20 for Lake Station, Bree Potes checks out, the senior. Number 23, Caitlin Hogan checks in. Here we go. She drives inside right there. That one is good. Blevins inbounds it to Tomasic. Getting it to Taylor Jaksic. All the way across to Tiana Morales. She fakes a three. She drives inside. Puts one up. No good. There was some contact on the way up. Lake Central keeps the ball. Tomasic driving inside. Puts one up. No good. And another steal, that's Malarski. Tomasic was begging for the ball. Couldn't get to her. Jaksic for three, no good. Fight for the rebound, and looked like it's gonna be a foul called on Malarski. And once again, LC is in the bonus still, so.
Yeah, hopefully these Lady Indians can capitalize off of that and start to shoot some free throws and get the easy buckets, 3 points.
Jaksic went all out for that one, and it's going to be a foul called on her. Nearly had another steal for Lake Central. Inbound for Lake Station. She drives inside against two Lake Central defenders, and she gets the foul. 5:58 to go here in the second. And the first one for her is short. Number 24, Darney Tony. And she hits the second one. Blevins inbounds it to Tomasic, getting it up to Abby Utzi. Tomasic dishes out to Morales, finds Amanda Blevins. Tomasic keeping it now, finds Malarski inside. Morales, Tomasic, three-pointer up, off the backboard, no good. Lake Station now taking it up, and foul called right there on Lake Central.
Now Lake Central has to be careful as they're in the bonus themselves as they just hit 7 fouls.
Here, Essence Johnson checks in for Tiana Morales. And Taylor Austin hits that one. Here we go, it's Johnson now for Lake Central. She finds Malarski. They've been able to find her inside all night, and she gets another one right there. Allie Malarski, 31-13 now in favor of Lake Central. Three-pointer up, no good. Johnson getting it up to Malarski. She's been a threat inside all day, and right there, that one doesn't go her way as it's going to go back to Lake Station. Here goes Dulski and Blevins getting ready to check in. Dulski will check in for Jen Tomasic. Blevins will check in for Malarski. And we know this very well. Huppendale's not afraid to go to his bench. Wants to build some depth on this team. Especially in a tournament like this where Lake Central's got another game later on today, and then they play tomorrow morning. So, and then after that they play a 4th game. So,
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a long weekend for these Lady Indians, so they're going to want to try and save up their players as much as possible, and Coach Hupp will have to try and make sure that they all get even amounts of playing time as much as possible so that they're all not tired out by tomorrow morning.
yeah, and then even after this, they got quick turnaround. Key Valley comes here on Tuesday night. Here we go. Utsi hits a 3 right there. Yeah, Tuesday night. Have to point out that is my birthday, so. And Caitlin Zajeski getting ready to check in right now, right by the scorer's table. It's Geist going inside, no good. Essence Johnson gets the board. 2-on-1 for LC. Utsi inside, and that's an easy 2 right there for Lake Central. And I've neglected to mention the other teams participating in this tournament. In Poll B, Portage, Munster, Winamac, and McCutcheon on the other side of the bracket, I guess. So depending on how Lake Central does, they will face off against one of those 4 teams on Saturday night. And boy, I would love to see Lake Central play Munster here.
I was just going to say a Lake Central Munster rivalry in the championship at Lake Central, home court advantage. I think that'd be a great game.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of Lake Central Munster, tonight the boys head over there. They get a rematch. They just played them in the Highland Hoop Fest tournament, annual holiday tournament held at Highland. They just played Munster in the championship and lost that game, but it was pretty close throughout. Here we go, and a block right there by Essence Johnson. It's Caitlin Zajeski taking it up now. Zajeski able to keep that one and stays with Lake Central. Tipped out right there by number 24, Darnie Tony. It's reading the wrong side of the roster.
As Udzi's inbounds it to Dolsky. Thinks about a 3, and she takes it. No good. But it goes off of Lake Station, and it's going to stay with Lake Central. .340 to go in this first half, 36-14. Lake Central has the lead as Essence Johnson inbounds the ball. She gets it down low to Udzi's, who puts it up, and it is good. Now 38-14, Lake Central leads.
As she drives inside, Taylor Austin banks that one in. 3:20 to go here in this second quarter. Johnson gets it to Utsi. Back to Dolsky. Inside, trying to find Kylie Blevins, and she couldn't get to that one. Lake Station going inside. That one is good. Number 24, Darnie Tony gets that one. It's Dolsky. Gets inside to Kylie Blevins. That one no good. And we've seen Lake Station hasn't really been able to stop Lake Central on offense, but they've started to at least get somewhat of a rhythm on the offensive end. Here we go, Dolsky, and that one is tipped out right there by Lake Station. Goes back to Lake Central, but I'm sure Lake Central would love to have that one. 2-on-1 right there.
Yeah, it seems like they've had a lot of 2-on-1s all day, and they've done a great job at being able to capitalize off of that and getting some good free throws and picking up 2 points along the way.
Johnson inbounds it to Dolsky. Saw her take a 3 from there earlier. Decides not to, and a travel called on Abby Utsi. And another block right there by Essence Johnson. Dolsky able to get to that ball, and turnover there. And it goes back to Lake Station.
The travel is called on number 23. That's Caitlin Hogan. Just under 2 minutes to play.
Lake Central swaps out the entire 5 on the floor. Caitlin Zajeski, Essence Johnson, Kylie Blevins, Madison Dolsky, and Abby Utsi check out for Tiana Morales, Amanda Blevins, Allie Malarski, Taylor Jaksich, and Jen Tomasic. Don't think I've seen that before.
Yeah, it's interesting. Up 38-18 with 2 minutes to go in the first half, but
here, and they double team Morales, and she tries to get up to Taylor Jaksich, and it's tipped out right there. And Lake Central will inbound it right by the half-court line. Morales. And Blevins able to keep that one. Tomasic all the way to Blevins, or excuse me, to Morales, and Malarski, they got inside of her. She couldn't hold on to that one. She puts one up, and that's good. Number 23, Caitlin Hogan. Blevins, Morales, Jaksich. Tomasic now going inside to Malarski. That one is good. Allie Malarski once again getting some points inside for Lake Central.
it doesn't really seem like anyone on Lake Station really has the height to match Allie Malarski as she grabs another defensive rebound there for the Lady Indians.
Yeah, the Lake Station player's height not listed on our roster. Once again, Allie Malarski. Lake Station player's height is not listed on our roster, but Malarski stands at 6 feet tall, so a bit difficult to find someone that matches up with her. Here we go, another steal. It's Malarski taking it up. She finds Tiana Morales, and no good on that one. 20 seconds to go here in this first half. Lake Station puts one up, no good. She misses that one, and Blevins gets the board. 12 seconds to go. Tomasic taking it up now. Tomasic puts one up, no good. Here we go, Lake Station has it, 4 seconds, 3. As she goes inside, can they get it off? No good, and a foul called right before the half. And she will head to the free throw line. And the refs are going to discuss this one. And she will shoot 2 free throws here. And not sure if they'll add any more time on the clock. I think that's how they're going to end the first half. First one up, that one is good. Caitlin Hogan. And that's the end of the first half. After one half, it is Lake Central 42, Lake Station 20. We'll be back for coverage of the third quarter. Do not go anywhere.
You're beginning to feel much better. Genesis Rehab.
With today's healthcare and the run-of-the-mill treatments being offered, Genesis Rehab provides a plan that is tailored to you. We administer individualized treatment in private rooms with the one-on-one care that you need to heal. If you are living with pain or have an injury, schedule your appointment today.
We'll make you feel much better. Genesis Rehab.
What's up, Lake Central? I'm Yusuf Namari.
And I'm Riley Nestrick, and we're your social media editors.
Make sure you follow Lake Central on all of our social media platforms.
You can follow us on Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Catch you later, Elsie.
And welcome back here to Lake Central High School. After one half, it is Lake Central 42, Lake Station 22. Great, especially in the first quarter. Lake Central just established their dominance right away in this ball game, man. Second quarter was more of the same, although Lake Station really started to find their way on offense.
Yeah, this is the best I've seen the Lady Indians all season, so hopefully they can keep playing the same way that they did in the first half and keep it up in the second half. Continuing doing good on offense, and then they were doing really good forcing turnovers and limiting Lake Station's ability to run their own offense. So hopefully they can continue to do that.
As Jackson misses a corner three to start the first. Here we go, Lake Station drives inside. No good, and one thing again, Lake Central cannot take their foot off the gas. They got to keep pressing this team, and they got to build on their lead. And the refs talking this one over. As the five to start this second half, it's Amanda Blevins, Taylor Jackson, Deanne Morales, Jen Tomasic, and Allie Malarski. Seems like in the NFL when they review pass interference.
Yeah, I wonder what they're talking over here.
Or, I know a lot less people get this reference, or in soccer when they use VAR.
Now Udzi's is checking in. And looks like Blevins is coming out for the Lady Indians, as one of the refs is still talking to Lake Station's head coach.
And Lake Central will shoot free throws here. It's Utsi at the line. Well, I have to say, this gym was very quiet before she shot that one. Utsi trying to go 2 for 2 here. She does. And LC will keep possession, so I have to imagine there was some kind of technical foul called on Lake Station. Tomasic inbounds it to Morales. Here we go, it's Tomasic going inside. Malarski finds Utsi, puts it up for 2, no good. Utsi able to get the board, trying to find someone. She finds Tomasic to Morales. Jaksic now baseline drives, puts it up. That one is good. Taylor Jaksic getting some points for Lake Central. Gives them a 24-point lead now. Utsi now. And that's good. Lake Central building on their lead. And you know, I noticed from LC, they've kept the same energy on defense the entire game, no matter what their lead was. Great to see it, and 6:45 to go here in the third. They inbound it. And a travel called right there.
Udzi's inbounds it. She gets it off to Tomasic, who passes it off to Morales. And it'll be Morales who brings it across court. Heaves it to Tomasic, who takes a deep 2, and it is good. Now 50-22, Lake Central has the lead over Lake Station.
And another steal right there, Morales, and oh, never mind. Looked like Utsi had that one loose, but she just couldn't get to it. It stays with Lake Station. Inbounded. Jaksic gets the ball. Jaksic taking it up, gets it to Tomasic. Tomasic, and that one's out on Jen Tomasic, goes back to Lake Station. Here, Morales couldn't get to that one. Looked like something, looks like she got hit in the nose there.
Yeah, it looked like she was wincing a little, grabbing at her face. Little contact, accidental.
Morales, Tomasic, all the way across, and Jaksic gets to that one. Malarski, Jaksic, corner three. That one is good. Taylor Jaksic hits the three, and once again, that's where she loves to shoot the ball. And we said earlier in the broadcast she committed to play at IUN this past week. So once again, congratulations to her. Corner three is up for Lake Station, and they respond right there.
Woodsies gets it off to Jaksic, who brings it across the court.
2-on-1.
And she gets the and one called. She'll have the opportunity for the three-point play, trying to put the Lady Indians up 56-25. Just over 5 minutes left to go in this third quarter.
Jaksic hits that one. Here we go, three-pointer, that one up, and no good.
Malarski gets the rebound.
Darnie Tony on the miss there.
She gets it off to Morales, who's triple teamed, and she gets through all three defenders and puts up the shot, and it is no good.
And right there, Morales drove inside right there. She had her teammate Jen Tomasic wide open.
Yeah, but
not sure if she saw her or thought she had a good look at it.
She dribbled through just about the entire Lake Station team on that play, though.
And
It's
once
pretty
again, looks
impressive.
like Huppenthal is going to swap out the entire five right now. Tomasic takes a three. That one is good. Jen Tomasic, 4-3. Lake Central 59-27 with 4:20 to go here in the third. And another foul. Looks like that'll be in favor of Lake Station. And right now the entire starting five is going to come out. Or excuse me, the entire five. And
They're keeping it fresh, but both sides, both starting fives are, firing on all sides of the court, offense and defense. They're all doing a great job at playing.
It's Morales, Utsi, Malarski, Jaksic, and Jen Tomasic all checking out for Essence Johnson, Julia Narut, Caitlin Zajeski, Madison Dolsky, and Amanda Blevins. It's Essence Johnson now, taking it up, gets it to Caitlin Zajeski. That one is good. Zajeski, not someone we've seen playing much varsity this year, but great play for her right there. Boost up her confidence a little. It's Johnson now getting it. She dishes it up, finds Amanda Blevins, and no good on that one. No good again, and Lake Station gets it back. Here we go, three-pointer, good. 3:25 left here in the third. Essence Johnson gets it to Zajeski, finds Naura inside. She puts one up. That one's good. Julia Naura gets some points on the board for Lake Central, and just seems like no matter who's shooting it for Lake Central, has a good chance of going in so far today.
Yeah, just complete dominance by the Lady Indians today. So hopefully they can keep it up as they face their other competitors both later today and tomorrow in the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, later today, Mishawaka Marian will face off against Lake Central. That one in and out. And then tomorrow morning, we'll be back here bright and early. Lake Central takes on Whiteland. It's Essence Johnson going inside, and that one stays with Lake Central. Essence now inbounds it. Zajeski puts up a 2. That one's good. And a timeout taken by Lake Station. That's their 3rd timeout now. And looking ahead a little bit to their matchup today, they face off against Mishawaka Marian, 8-3 on the season. And it doesn't look like the only common opponent they have is Penn, and they lost to them 53-33. Lake Central also lost to them here at home, and Mishawaka's 3A, so it's going to be an interesting matchup. Coached by Steve Scott, who's 51-12. Going on 3 years at the school, and looking at what they've done in the past, seems like it's been very impressive. Last year they were 22-4. A year before that, they were 21-5. So it looks like this is a team that has a bit of a history of, or at least in the past few years, of being successful and winning a lot of games. And I'm sure they expect to do the same here today, later on. And then looking even more ahead, Whiteland 5-7 tomorrow. So should be interesting to see how Lake Central fares with them. But right now they got to finish this one off strong, even with a 35-point lead. And she falls right there. No foul called. Good defense right there by Lake Central. 3-pointer up. No good. Narat fighting for that one, and it's going to stay with Lake Station. And it's inbounded. They try getting it inside, and able to keep possession there. It's Austin. Deep 3. Good right there. That one bounces in her favor. Here we go, it's Dolsky. Essence Johnson. Johnson drives inside, Narat. Puts one up, and it's no good. 1:35 to go here in the 3rd. Lake Central all over this Lake Station team. Inside that one, no good. Looked like one of the Lady Indians got a hand to that one. Johnson, Dolsky for 3, in and out right there. Just couldn't get that one to go. Guy's taking it up now. Austin throws it across. She finds number 30. That one, no good. Number 30, Michaela Chabes. And on the ground for that one, Lake Station gets it back. And Blevins fighting for the board. And it's a jump ball in favor of Lake Station.
Looks like some sort of foul was called on Lake Station. Now Lake Central will get possession of the ball. with just under 45 seconds left in this third quarter. We still got a whole nother fourth quarter of basketball, so hope maybe we'll see the Lady Indians surpass that 75-point mark.
Let me look and see what's the most points they've scored all year while we're at it. Looks like it's 65, so they would only need one more point here, and she goes up and foul. Yeah, it does look like it'll be the most points they've scored all year, so definitely a good offensive performance here. And they did score 65 against East Chicago, and we were here for that not too long ago. It feels like a while ago. It technically was last year, but 34 seconds to go here. Number 11, Nastia Geis checks out of this one. Second one up, and no good. Lake Station gets it with just over 30 seconds to go here. Here goes Austin. Taking it to her right. See what Lake Station can do here with 20 seconds. Traveling called on Lake Station. Here we go, Essence Johnson takes it now. Sajeski. And Lake Station trying to come up with a turnover of their own. Dolsky, corner three, good! Madison Dolsky, great way to close out the third quarter for Lake Central. See what Lake Station's got going, and that one is good. I wonder if that's gonna count.
Looks like the refs will talk it over, and they're saying it's good. So now it'll be 68-36 as we head into the fourth quarter.
Yes, and we'll be back after one last commercial break. After three quarters, Lake Central 68, Lake Station 33.
You're beginning to feel much better. Genesis Rehab.
With today's healthcare and the run-of-the-mill treatments being offered, Genesis Rehab provides a plan that is tailored to you. We administer individualized treatment in private rooms with the one-on-one care that you need to heal. If you are living with pain or have an injury, schedule your appointment today.
We'll make you feel much better. Genesis Rehab.
What's up, Lake Central? I'm Yusuf Namari.
And I'm Riley Nestrick, and we're your social media editors.
Make sure you follow Lake Central on all of our social media platforms.
You can follow us on Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Catch you later, Elsie.
And welcome back here to Lake Central High School. 68-33 in favor of Lake Central going into this fourth quarter. And after this game, Munster and Portage will face off. Interesting matchup there. And Munster undefeated right now. I believe 15-0, led by, is this a familiar name? Sarah Zabrecki.
Yeah, it leaves you to wonder what could have been.
And Emily Zabrecki, two seniors leading the way for that Munster team. So it should be interesting to see how they do in this tournament and see if maybe they get a rematch or see if Lake Central could get a rematch against them, because they did fall to them earlier in the regular season. Malarski looking to put one up there and couldn't convert that one. We go Malarski, no good. Morales gets the board. Morales couldn't keep that one. Utsi puts up a three, no good, and goes back to Lake Station. 69-36 here in the fourth. And good pump fake right there. Couldn't do anything with it. Offensive rebound goes to Lake Station. It's number 30. Number 30, Michaela Chabs, the sophomore for Lake Station.
Morales brings it across the court for Lake Central, and she passes it off to Jaksic, who has it up top, and she gets it back to Morales.
Tomsic for 3, no good on that one. Utsi and Malarski were both going for the board there, and both couldn't get to that one.
Looks like a foul is called on Taylor Jaksic there. And she misses the first. She goes 0 for 2 as Malarski gets the rebound, and she gets it out to Morales across the court to Tomasic in the corner. She gets it back to Morales. Morales brings it up top. She's going to slow it down, run off some time off of this clock. She gets it to Tomasic, back to Morales. To Jaksic in the corner, and she shoots from 3, and she is good.
Jaksic, the IU commit, will take that look all day.
And she's made it all day.
Yeah, and I want to correct something I said earlier. Munster's 12-0. I think I said 15-0.
As Morales just steals it out of the arms of the Lake Station player, down to Tomasic, down low, and she gets it out to Morales from 3, and it is good. Now 75-38 with just over 6 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter.
Well, it looks like they got to 75, like you said. What's the next goal, you think?
Maybe they'll go to 100. Who knows?
With 6:03 left to go and them slowing down the tempo of this game, I don't imagine that'll happen, but I would say maybe 80 or at least 85 could be a good mark for them to reach. Yeah, and for Lake Central, it looked like they were getting ready to sub out all of the players out there. So Essence Johnson, Julianara Masandolski, Caitlin Zajeski, and Kylie Blevins now come in to the game. You have to wonder if that's the last you'll see of the Stars, just because they got another game later today against Mishawaka Marian. Tip-off of that one is at 2 o'clock. We will have that live for you here on our YouTube channel. And then they'll play tomorrow morning against Whiteland. So it's definitely important to, get your players as much rest as possible because it's a quick turnaround.
Mm-hmm. And one thing that I've noticed today is that even when the starting 5 is not on, this 5 right here with Essence Johnson, Julian Nart, Blevins, Dolsky, and Sajeski has been able to continue to play to a great standard. They've forced turnovers and they've scored lots of points. So it's definitely great all-around play today by the Lady Indians team. Now Lake Central enters the bonus, and Essence Johnson will be shooting 1-1. She makes the first one.
38-point lead.
And she's no good on the second one. Lake Station gets the rebound.
We go three-pointer up, no good. Sajeski gets the board. Caitlin Zajeski gets out to Essence Johnson, takes a 3, no good. Essence, not really someone we see taking a lot of three-pointers, but right, no good on that one. And here we go once again. It's Essence getting it all the way out to Julia Narat. Fake the shot, gets it out to Dolsky. Screen set by Narat. Three by Dolsky. No good. Kylie Blevins gets the board, and she hits that one off the offensive rebound. It's thrown all the way across, and foul called on Lake Central. As we're almost halfway through this fourth quarter. Blevins with the block, and it's going to stay with, or it's going to go back to Lake Central. Here we go, it's Johnson to Blevins, inside to Julia Narat. That one no good. Narat able to get her own rebound, and no good again. 4 minutes to play here in the fourth. Here we go, three-pointer is up. No good, Zajeski. Zadolski now. And she is blocked right there. I think that was more of a steal right there by Nasia Geis.
And Zajeski takes it right back, but she is called for the travel. Is now two names that aren't even on our stat sheet for the Ladians check in.
So there's a few names that aren't on here, and they're usually, let's see, Essence Johnson isn't on here, as I mentioned earlier. Julia Nara isn't on here, so very interesting. Here we go, 3:31 to go, and Huppenthal going really deep into his bench now, trying to get some players some time that normally wouldn't be seeing varsity time. Here, number 4 for Lake Central, getting a lot of support from her bench. And once again, we can't say enough how dominating of a performance this is from Lake Central. And, you know, unfortunately for us, it seems like Lake Central at home has been on the other side of some of these performances. But today, on their home court, this is a great way to start the tournament for them. Here we go. It's Johnson, and she couldn't get to that one. She goes inside. That one is good. And you know, look at this Lake Station team. They came into this game at 10-2, and I think we definitely expected them to give Lake Central more of a fight here, and coming in at 9-2, and only losses were to Morgan Township and Westville.
Yeah, even in those opening minutes, it seemed like the Lady Indians just jumped out to a quick start, and Lake Station was never really able to find their footing, and they never really caught up. And it was just all Lake Central all day. So hopefully, as the Lady Indians prepare for their other games, they can keep the same energy and continue to play that way against other teams.
We go three-pointer, deep one, no good.
Number 41 gets the rebound for the Lady Indians, gets it off to Essence Johnson.
She finds Zajeski. She takes a three. No good. 2:10 to go here in the fourth.
Three for Lake Station, and it is good. Now Blevins gets the ball down low. She puts it up, and the foul is called. The shot is no good, but she will be shooting two.
And looking at the rest of the tournament here, Portage got face off against Munster after this. I have to say, interesting. Portage has played in, this is going to be their second tournament they've played in now this season. As they played another tournament, they played in the Northridge tournament. Now they're coming here to Lake Central, so definitely interesting. I'm not 100% sure why you would want to have your team play in two tournaments. If it's structured anything like this, that it definitely wears out your players easily. And this was not too long ago either. This was December 27th.
Oh yeah, that wasn't even a week ago, a full week ago. So
Yes, it was technically last year, but
again with those jokes.
here we go. It's Essence inside to number 4, and she hits that one.
As the Lake Central's bench was very happy about that one.
And then once again, the other side of the bracket, the McCutcheon Mavericks also coming here. They're 6-6. And then Winamac, a team in 2A, they're 9-3. So should be interesting on the other side of the bracket, but we will have coverage of all of the Lake Central home games for this tournament. So definitely look forward to seeing, what comes next for this team. And I said earlier, the next goal could be to crack 85. It's 81-44 right now, so definitely could happen. And another block right there. She takes it up here and looked like she trying to keep the ball there, and a traveling called on number 4 for Lake Central. We apologize. Her name is not listed on the roster for us for some reason, so.
And now with under a minute to play, want to thank our live stream team for coming out here on this Friday morning. We got Anaya Tompkins, Elena Sarin, Brenna Thompson, Kennedy Carnegie, and of course Giovanni. Thanks for commentating this great game. It wouldn't be possible without our wonderful team all coming here to get this game for all of our viewers, and hope you guys are all enjoying. As now with just over 30 seconds left, Lake Central turns the ball over.
Yeah, big shout out to everyone in our crew. Not just them, but the people that will be coming here later today too, to bring everyone coverage. And you can see, and the next game after this will be Portage and Munster. Should be an interesting one. So 29 seconds, 81-48. Lake Central dominating win today over Lake Station. That's going to put them at 6-8.
Yeah,
And just a great way to start this tournament.
Yeah, I'd say any team that comes into this tournament and sees Lake Central won their first game 81-48 is definitely taking them a lot more serious now. So,
absolutely. I mean, you got to look at it this way. Lake Central's got a very, very tough, or had a very tough schedule to start. It's probably, in my opinion, one of the toughest in the state. And right there, Lake Central just adding on to their lead. I mean, they had Fishers, Hamilton Southeastern, just to name a few. They had Crown Point. I don't think there's much you can take away. I mean, obviously those teams are very, very good, and not to say that this LC team can compete with them, but they're a little ways away from matching up with teams like that. And that's going to do it here from Lake Central for the first game of the Lake Central Holiday Tournament. Lake Central gets the win against Lake Station 83-48. We want to thank everybody for watching this live stream. And signing off, we will see you all for tip-off at 2 o'clock as Lake Central faces off against Mishawaka Marian. Thank you all for joining. Final score here from Lake Central, 83, Lake Station 48.